Well, you know how I love to make reviews of new items out in the open, so here it comes. I give you the Vector Optics Taurus Gen II. Nicely packed, you can see the model name, the type of reticle too, of course, and let me show you what's inside the box. Some padding at the top to avoid damage of the goods, instructions, a VIP warranty card, bikini scope caps to protect both your lenses, some Allen keys of course, a throw lever for your magnification dial, that's a lens cleaning cloth, that's a key for adjusting your turrets. I also ordered some scope mounts, and there is a honeycomb shade. Padding proved useful, there won't be any scratches on the scope after the short presentation. Magnification range 3 to 24, 56mm front lens, and the tube is 34mm. One click on both turrets equates to 1/10 of the mil radian. This is a mil scope with mil turrets and mil reticle, which is the way it is supposed to be. Nice and smooth movement on the diopter adjustment dial, and apparently there is more than enough adjustment range. The parallax adjustment is in yards. Well, it could have been in meters. Moves also very smooth and also very firm at the same time. And oddly enough, the distance increases in the opposite direction to what I'm used to. The magnification ring moves very nicely too. I mean, I know that some people consider this a budget optical gun sight, but everything on this scope screams quality. And this is the place to install the throw lever if you fancy that sort of gadgets. These are not locking turrets, but right here at their base you can see the lines which indicate how many turns you've dialed. With a supplied plastic key or with a regular coin, you can unscrew the turret caps and reset your turrets to 0 after zeroing in your scope with your rifle. I don't know how many times I just said 0. Look what I got besides the scope. Apparently cats really have a thing for me. She went to investigate my gear until she realized that she had something much more important to take care of. That's it. I'm never letting a cat get her face close to me ever again. Nice tangible clicks, zero play every time right on the line. And I know that you can't hear those clicks right now, so I'm going to bring the scope closer to my microphone so that you can hear the turrets click. And apparently there is a 0 stop because I can rotate in this direction, but I can't rotate in the other. Turns out it does have a 0 stop. It's the black dial beneath the turret cap, held in place by 3 screws located on its edge. Those have to be loosened so that the 0 stop dial can be adjusted to its new position. In this slide of photos I also show the process of removing that 0 stop gadget, in case you want to be able to freely rotate the elevation turret in each direction. Well, I may be weird like that, but I don't like 0 stops, so after loosening all 3 bolts I simply lifted and removed the dial before putting the turret back in its place. Well, enough of the nice pictures in the snow. Let's put the scope on a rifle and see how it performs. So I installed the Taurus Gen II, a.k.a. Tauron, on my Cuban K1 Lite and will perform a turret tracking test that's somewhat unusual. See those tiny targets on the box over there? Since this is a mil reticle, I used metrics. The distance between each and every one of them is 3 mils exactly, and the distance from me to the target is 30 meters or 33 yards. This means that the distance from each one of those targets to the next one is 9 centimeters. This is 30 clicks in each direction on the turrets of this scope. So this is how we're going to perform a box test and see if it tracks properly. So it's pretty cold outside and I was in a hurry. I hope I managed to zero this gun properly. And let's start. Now you hear me dial 30 clicks down. Okay, now let's see if we get the target below. Almost. Now I'm gonna dial 30 clicks to the right. Now it should be the middle target to the right. Okay, now you hear me dial 30 clicks back up. Now it should be the target to the right. Alright, and now you hear me dial 30 clicks to the left again. It should be zeroed in again now. Okay. One more for good measure. Right on. Now I put the scope on my shooting bag and I'm going to set a camera right here to record through it so that I can give you a better idea of the clarity of this thing. Because even though the Orion Cam is a very good device with very good glass inside, I don't think the same can be said about my old GoPro Hero 7 Black and the aftermarket lens that it has. That is exactly why each time I take a shot and you see the footage of this shot, it doesn't give justice to the real clarity of the scopes I use. 110 meters, 3 times zoom. 110 meters, 10 times zoom. 150 meters, 3 times zoom. 150 meters, 10 times zoom. That 3 line over there is at 160 meters, 3 times zoom. 10 times zoom. 24 times zoom, this is the maximum, and I think the camera focuses on the trees rather than on the reticle of the scope. And those are my targets at 30 meters or 33 yards, 14 times zoom. And I guess you can call this infinity mode. What you see is the sky at 14 times zoom. So guys, if you want to hear a verdict, I think this scope is really worth it, especially for the price point.